Assalamualaikum student, welcome to the classes of Sufa English High School. This is continuing of geography chapter number 4. So let's start with a new paragraph. Pressure belts on the earth's surface. The heat received from the sun is uneven in different regions. Hence, the distribution of the temperature is uneven from the equator to the poles. As a result, the temperature zones are created. We have studied this in the previous class. So, student, in this paragraph, the heat received from the sun is uneven different region. Hence, the distribution of the temperature is uneven from the equator out to the poles. As a result, the temperature zones are created. Temperature zones then create pressure belts. Okay, now to the next paragraph. Equatorial low pressure belt. The sun rays can be perpendicular between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. So the temperature is higher in this region. Hence, air in this region gets heated, expands, become heighter and moves towards the sky. As this process operates continuously, a low pressure belt gets formed in the central part of this region between the parallels 5° north and 5° south. Now in this paragraph it is said that equatorial low pressure belt is formed between 5° north and 5° south parallels. Okay, mid latitudinal high pressure belts. Mid latitudinal high pressure belts, the heated air become higher, start extending, and after reaching higher altitudes move towards the polar region, that is towards the north and the south pole. Due to low temperature at the higher altitudes, the air cools down and becomes heavier. This heavier air descends down in both hemispheres in the region between 25° to 35° parallels. This leads to the formation of high pressure belts in these parallels of latitudes in both the hemispheres. The air is dry, hence the region does not get rainfall. Consequently, most of the hot deserts on the earth are found in this region. See figure 4.2b. Now, mid-latitudinal high-pressure belts are formed between 25 and 35° parallel in both the hemisphere. Subpolar low-pressure belts are formed between 55 to 65 parallel in the both hemisphere. Polar high-pressure belts are formed between 18 and 90° parallels in the both hemisphere. Now, subpolar low pressure belts. Due to earth curvations, the area between two parallels get reduced as we move towards the poles. This results in lesser frictions of the air with the earth's surface. Air in this region is thrown out because of this reduced friction and also because of the earth's rotational motions. This leads to the development of a low pressure belt. The condition is observed in the area between 55 and 65 parallels in the both hemisphere. Now, first we learn about high pressure. Now we will learn about low pressure. So, due to the earth's curvature, the area between two parallels get reduces as move towards the poles. So, in this paragraph, low pressure belts are formed between 55 and 65° parallels in the both pole hemisphere. This air is dry. Okay. Now, this condition is observed in the area between 55 and 65 in the both hemisphere. Polar high pressure belts. Polar high pressure belts in the both the polar region, the temperature is below 0° throughout the year. Hence, here is the air is cold. As a result, high pressure belts get formed. These are called polar high pressure belts. They generally occupy the area between 80 degree and 90 degree parallel in both the hemispheres. The duration and the intensity of sun rays varies during particular periods of the year in the both the hemisphere. As a result, the location of the temperature zones and the pressure belt depends on the sun's heat also vary. This change is of the order of 5 degree to 7 degree towards north in Uttarayan and 5 degree to 7 degree south in Dakshinayan. This is called the oscillation of belts. Now, oscillation of pressure belts, the duration and the intensity of sun rays students varies during particular periods of the area in the both hemisphere. As a result, the location of the temperature zones and the pressure belts dependent on the sun's heat also vary. This change is of the order of 5 degree to 7 degree towards north in Uttarayan and 5 degree to 7 degree towards south in Uttarayan. This is called the oscillation of pressure belts. Okay. Now the effect, air pressure has the following effect. Effect of origin of winds, generation of storms, convectional type of rain. Now the last paragraph is isobar. The line that joins the planes of equal pressure on the map is called an isobar. Now what is isobar? The lines that join the place of equal pressure on the map is called an isobar. Okay student, here we complete the lesson number 4. I hope you all understood this lesson. So enough for today. I will start the new lesson in the next video. Thank you and take care.